Welcome to the qualifiers of JMarble Team Championship Season 3. All 24 teams are ready to attempt to qualify. We'll also see the friendly round, which will show the auto-qualified and auto-relegated teams. Those are the groups, but here for the friendly round. Birthday Cakes, Orange Oranges, Evergreens, and Flying Squirrels. 2 relegated teams and 2 auto-qualified teams. It's the Flying Squirrels that will be the fastest through this. Glide was promoted to captain after being the only good member with a performance last season. But here's the Jellyfish team, Arctic, Blooming Blossoms, and Liquid Ices, as I think it's the Liquid Ices who will win that, just barely over the Blooming Blossoms. However, the Liquid Ices will only get 3rd, and then it's the Blossoms in 4th. But actually, a new member of the Blooming Blossoms, starting off with a top half finish as their first event. As, of course, the friendly round standings will match the performance. But here's for Group A, Carnival Rides, Blizzards, Grasslands, and Sky Rollers. One of those new teams, as 3 marbles are very close. I don't know who won that. Was it the Grasslands? Yes, it was the Grasslands, just barely over the Sky Rollers. And the Grasslands will be happy about that. But then it's the Thunderstorms, Aqua Swirls, Autumn Leaves, and Hidden Bishops. As now, for the second heat, it appears to be the Thunderstorms who are flying off into the distance. However, that's only 4th, only beating one of the teams in the last heat. And all the other marbles are placed beneath them. Now, Accelerating Airburst, Berry Bush Thorns, Magma Meteors, and Winged Stingers. Berry Bush Thorns rebranded from their pink, but who will win that heat? That was insanely close. Photo finish under review. All 4 marbles were very close, but I think the Winged Stingers, the Magma Meteors got that. And they will finish in 4th because of it. And these are the standings for Group A. Next up, Group B. Great Lakes, Constellations, Frosted Rainbow, and Speedy Succulents. As it's the Speedy Succulents who hold the record in this event who will get out in front. The Speedy Succulents will win the first heat with a 3:27. Next up, Time Warps, Wildfires, Oceans with Yellow Paint, and Noble Gases. As it's the Wildfires and Noble Gases who will get out to the lead at the front. I think the Noble Gases got it, and that is good enough for Neon to place into 3rd. Next up, for the final heat of Group B, Tidal Waves, Corn Mazes, Crystals, and Saltwater Taffies. This is the Saltwater Taffies who will get out in front. But did the Corn Mazes pass by? I don't think so, as the Speedy Succulents will win over the Saltwater Taffies and Corn Mazes in this group. So, those will be the standings. But now, for the next event of the qualifiers, the Big Tower. Of course, this is a race. 1 marble from each team will go down and attempt to be the first to finish. So, Birthday Cakes, Evergreens, Blooming Blossoms, Jellyfish, Flying Squirrels, Orange Oranges, Liquid Ices, and Team Arctic for the first heat. Who will have the lead out of the first funnel? I think it is the Liquid Ices, now the Orange Oranges, who will have the lead out of the first funnel, followed by the Birthday Cakes and Blooming Blossoms. However, I think the Blooming Blossoms were able to get to the front, and yes, they have. Birthday Cakes follow in 2nd. However, I think the Orange Oranges might have been able to get past into 2nd, and yes, they have going into that Marble Genius funnel. It's currently the Blooming Blossoms who have the lead, and the Orange Oranges are close behind the Blooming Blossoms. Will hold the lead going into the Impact Marble Racing section. Evergreens will now take 3rd. As now the Evergreens are in 2nd, as the Blooming Blossoms will still hold their lead. Going through that long squiggly, the Blooming Blossoms were just barely able to hold their lead. And it's the Evergreens and Orange Oranges. Evergreens now have taken the lead, I think, as the Blooming Blossoms will follow in 2nd. No, actually, Orange Oranges follow in 2nd and Blooming Blossoms in 3rd. Who will win the Big Tower? It's very close, but the Blooming Blossoms all of a sudden get it. It's the Evergreens and 3rd place Orange Oranges. Then it's the Birthday Cakes in 4th. 5th will go to either the Jellyfish or Flying Squirrel. It'll go to the Flying Squirrels, and then Jellyfish 6th. I think this is Liquid Ices 7th. And 8th would be Team Arctic by process of elimination. And yeah, Team Arctic is stuck on entrance to the funnel. Blooming Blossom celebrating as now they will take the lead of the friendly round. Next up, Accelerating Airburst, Aqua Swirls. Just all the teams in Group A. I can't read out that much. Who will have the lead out of the first funnel? Currently, it appears to be the Blizzards who will have the lead. No, it's actually, I think, the Hidden Bishops and then Blizzards. However, Blizzards took the lead, but are now getting pushed outward. But now we're back to the center. Blizzards will take the lead over Sky Rollers and Hidden Bishops. Sky Rollers trying to follow, and Hidden Bishops trying to catch up to the Sky Rollers. It's very close, but the Blizzards are going up and still holding the lead. However, the Sky Rollers are close behind. Going through this section, it's the Blizzards still holding it. Sky Rollers have now caught up almost completely. Sky Rollers trying to take the lead away. Blizzards trying to battle with the Sky Rollers. Sky Rollers might have taken the lead. Sky Rollers, I think, might have gotten stuck in the lip. Blizzards fall off. The Blizzards fall off the track. Because now it's the Sky Rollers who have the lead over second place Hidden Bishops and third place Carnivore Rides. Carnivore Rides make a hit on the Sky Rollers, but the Sky Rollers are able to hold on. Then it's Carnivore Rides. And in third place, it'll be the Aqua Swirls, then Autumn Leaves, then Hidden Bishops, then Winged Stingers, then I think Accelerating Ambers, Grasslands, Thunderstorms, and Berry Bush Thorns. Magma Meteors and Blizzards both do not finish. Sky Rollers celebrating as now they have 27 points with a silver and a gold, and are leading their group as a new team for the season. Now for Group B, who will have the lead after the first funnel, I think it'll be the Crystals who will have the lead over second place Great Lakes, but now it's a bunch of different marbles as the Tidal Waves will take the lead over second place Speedy Succulents and third place Great Lakes. Now Speedy Succulents get pushed aside, but now they're back into the center as the Speedy Succulents take the lead. The first event winners are trying to win both of the first two events and basically cement a spot in the A-League next season as the Tidal Waves are trying to follow, followed by the Constellations, but the Constellations mess up in the long squiggly, and that lets the Great Lakes into third. Now, all three marbles are battling, as it's the Speedy Succulents who get stuck on entrance to the funnel, and that lets the Noble Gases up into second, and then Great Lakes into third. It's all chaos, but the Speedy Succulents win over the Crystals, Noble Gases, Constellations, Great Lakes, and then I think it's the Tidal Waves, then Saltwater Taffies, then I think the Oceans with Yellow Paint, Corn Mazes, Frosted Rainbow, and Wildfires. Time Warps get stuck. That means they're on 1 point after the first two events, whereas the Speedy Succulents have scored all the points that they can. They have gotten 2 wins in a row and will obviously be leading the group standings. But now they go out into the River Rapids, a track where water will be flowing down. But here, it will be the Flying Squirrels who hold the lead for the friendly round over the Oranges, and I think it was the Liquid Ices. Flying Squirrels are completely unchallenged. They held the lead for the entire thing. Orange has dropped to last, as that will mean that the Flying Squirrels will retake the lead of the friendly round. But now, for Group A, it's the Hidden Bishops who have the lead at the start. They drop it to the Magma Meteors, and Autumn Leaves are also up there. Blizzards to the outside will take the lead, and will take the win. Autumn Leaves, a disaster in that red section, dropping from third to last. But that means that the Sky Rollers have already qualified, and the Blizzards follow in second. Sky Rollers guaranteed to make it, but now, for Group B's River Rapids, currently in the lead, it's the Wildfires, but now it's the Great Lakes, and then Constellations follow in third. Great Lakes and Wildfires drop through immediately. That's the Frosted Rainbow, then Time Warps, then Corn Mazes, and a bunch of others. So, Great Lakes will win, and that means that the Speedy Succulents are also guaranteed to make it, and the Crystals will follow in second. But there's just one more qualifier event left, which is the Funnel Endurance. Try and stay in the funnels for as long as possible. Birthday Cakes, Blooming Blossoms, Evergreens, Flying Squirrels, Jellyfish, Liquid Ices, Oranges, and Team Arctic in the first heat. And I think it is... I don't know who has the lead right now. Of course, you want to be furthest to the outside. I think it's the Jellyfish who have the lead right now, because they are nowhere close to the center, over the Birthday Cakes, as Oranges are already into the third funnel. That is disastrous for them. Also, alongside, I think that's the Blooming Blossoms. Oranges and Blooming Blossoms dropping through very quick. Orange is already into that fourth funnel. That blue funnel down there has the oranges, and I think Team Arctic. As oranges, I think, have gotten ahead of Team Arctic. As Team Arctic will now drop to last. And then it's oranges, then flying squirrels. Jellyfish still holding their lead to that yellow funnel, but in the other yellow funnel, it's a battle for last. Team Arctic has already dropped through into the last funnel. Oh no. Team Arctic. I think that might be their captain cold, and yeah, it is a disastrous showing in the funnel endurance, an event that they got bronze in the main league last season in. Then it's flying squirrels, then blooming blossoms, then oranges, evergreens, then birthday cakes, then it's the liquid ices versus the jellyfish for the win. It appears to be the liquid ices who will drop through first, as the liquid ices will drop through in second, meaning that the win will go to the jellyfish. But that means that the birthday cakes, the Season 2 champions, will win the friendly round. But now, for what actually matters, the final time that any of these teams can catch up, the Group A funnel endurance has begun. Sky Rollers, the only team that doesn't really need to care, they've already made it. But all these other teams still have something to play for, and that is a qualifying spot. As it's currently the Thunderstorms. Oh no, the Thunderstorms are at the bottom. Followed by the, I think that's the Tidal Waves? I don't know, it's all chaos. No, I think that's the, Aqua Swirls. Are the Tidal Waves even in this group? I don't think so. The Thunderstorms are still in the back, and then it's the Aqua Swirls that are following. As currently up at the front, it's the Berry Bush Thorns who have the lead with the reserve Yoch. As the Thunderstorms are all the way at the bottom. However, I think they got ahead of the Winged Stingers. And yeah, the Winged Stingers are now at the bottom. It's the Thunderstorms and Aqua Swirls are also there. Who will drop through first? I think it was the Winged Stingers, then Aqua Swirls, then Thunderstorms. Then Autumn Leaves, and whoa, look at how far ahead the Berry Bush Thorns are. Carnival Eyes drop through, Blizzards drop through, Hidden Bishops drop through, Magma Meteors drop through, and now the Grasslands have. Who is going to drop through next? Also, Sky Rollers with Desert getting third here, despite not even needing to try. As the Accelerating Ambers will get second, and the win in the funnel endurance will go to the Berry Bush Thorns, who now finish. And that means that the final standings will be revealed at the end. As now the Group B funnel endurance. All these teams need to catch up. And now, who will have the lead at the beginning? Of course, aside from the Speedy Succulents, they're already in. But it'll be the, I think, Wildfires who will drop through are currently sitting in last, but in the lead it appears to be the Corn Mazes, as Oceans with Yellow Paint were in second, but now they're in third. Oceans with Yellow Paint, not a good qualifying round. They have been doing very bad. As the Corn Mazes will be holding their lead right now, as it's the Wildfires at the bottom, battling with, I think that's the Saltwater Taffies, as the Wildfires will still be in last. However, Saltwater Taffies, and I think that's the Constellations, maybe? No, that's the Time Warps, are at the bottom with them. Oceans with Yellow Paint dropped all the way to last. They were in second at the start, but C will finish in last for them. Then it's the Wildfires. Next up is the Time Warps. Then the next team to drop through will be the Constellations, then Saltwater Taffies, then Tidal Waves, then Speedy Succulents. Then it will be the Noble Gases, the Great Lakes, and our top three in this event. Third will go to the Crystals, second to the Frosted Rainbow, and first to the Corn Mazes. And the result, which teams will qualify from Group A? It's the Sky Rollers, Berry Bush Thorns, Grasslands, Blizzards, Magma Meteors, and Accelerating Ambers. And for Group B, it's the Speedy Succulents, Corn Mazes, Crystals, Great Lakes, Noble Gases, and Frosted Rainbow. Saltwater Taffies missed out on Tiebreaker. They're going to be salty after that one. Pun absolutely intended. Goodbye.